All right, you're welcome to another session of learning trading in the most practical way possible. Um, Today I'm going to be showing you how I missed out on a very beautiful trade setup. And well, it's part of trading anyway. Sometimes don't you are not tagged into a trade that you planned so well for. So I'm going to show you how I actually set a limit on this trade and how I was not able to get tagged in. And I'm going to, of course, as always, going to share a few things that you can also learn from this little mistake of mine. And yeah, well, the truth is this: not everything that did not go according to your plan is actually a mistake. Sometimes the market can just be the market and nothing can be done about it. All right, so the only thing you can do is, as much as possible, is to manage risk and to put yourself in a position that allows you to be profitable over time. All right, so here's what I was looking out for on this particular trade. All right, so I saw that the market was pushing downwards, and I was expecting a push downwards at least towards this area. I was looking for the market to come towards that zone and take out liquidity. People have bought into that zone, and we're looking for opportunities to go high. Now, mind you, I'm actually analyzing from the 4 hour time frame, and I'm trying as much as possible to not start analyzing from the weekly time frame to the daily time frame up until the 4 hour time frame. Now, the reason why I do this is so that I can limit the amount of time I spend doing this so that the video is not so long. One of the days I'm going to create a video that shows how I analyze my trades from the higher time frame up until the 4 hour time frame and how I take entry. Most of my entries are from the 4 hour time frame, and sometimes I could take a trade from the 1 hour time frame while looking at the overall, picture. I just take a trade from 1 hour time frame, put my stop loss in a way that is actually cool, and then target the higher time frame areas, which is of course a swing trade. All right, so for this Euro CHF, I was actually looking forward to taking a trade somewhere around here. Now, here's what I was looking out for. I saw an area that was quite interesting. I saw this zone, which was to me an area of interest because the market got into this point here. We had an area that looked to me like a resistance zone. So we tried pushing upwards and then we pulled so strongly to the downside. The same thing applied here. It might not be so vivid, but you can notice that there was an area here the market got very much rejected from. So we tapped into that zone, we rejected strongly out of it. We tapped into that zone, we also rejected out of it slightly. We pushed out of it, came back down there, and we started pushing up. So we see that the market showed signs of that area being a resistance and also a support zone. So I was looking forward for the market to tap into that zone somehow tap into that zone and then push towards the downside, because this was the area I was actually targeting, or I was expecting the market to at least tap out of that zone and then pushed lower. Now before then, all right, before then, I also saw, okay, let's go a little bit into the candlesticks. All right, now we have looked at the overall picture from the 4 hour time frame. Now, if you look straight into the candlesticks, you see something quite interesting. Um, all right, so you notice this candle right here, which is another block. Most people love the other blocks. Most people love the other blocks. They love the other blocks because it somehow looks to them as some very quick way of making money, but the market is way beyond that. All right, so people are marking out other blocks. They want the market to get to other block, and then they look forward to sell. So they put their pending orders out on other blocks, which is fine and which is of course good. But I want to make you know something. When a knowledge is commonplace, everybody knows about a particular subject matter. In many cases, the opportunity that used to come out from that knowledge that you had will most likely begin to fade away with time. So it's important that you are able to adjust yourself in a way that can allow you to benefit from the changing times more quickly than many people who have now consumed themselves with the information that is commonplace. All right, I hope you get what I've made known to you. All right, so before we continue, I don't want to go to a lower time frame more than the 4 hour time frame that we currently are in. We noticed that the market took out liquidity right here inside. All right, and when we took out that liquidity, we came for some order block resting within that zone. All right, those who have not been trading for quite a long time might not really see into that very well, but all of those little insights has so much to do with the movement of the overall market. All right, so that might look very insignificant, but that is such an opportunity that you don't want to mess with. All right, so we tapped into that zone and we pushed strongly down, and don't forget we have a support zone there, which also makes our opportunity right there valid. We took our liquidity, got into order block somewhere at the support area, and then we pushed lower. All right, now the reason why I was actually looking forward to that trade was I had many reasons to take that trade. I had a fair value gap resting right there, right? So I had a fair value gap resting right there, but I never wanted to take a trade at the fair value gap because I knew that the market most likely would not uh, would tap into the fair value gap and most likely will get into that order block which was right there. So the order block also to look forward to, which was also in alignment with the area of interest, which was my support area right there. All right, so it was in alignment with that, and that was a good idea. But I decided to take my entry somewhere around there, which is of course um, pending order, and then my stop loss was slightly above this zone just in case some of the crazy things that happen in the markets take place. So I was looking forward for that to happen. Most likely, even if we don't tap into the order block, at least we'll be looking forward to tapping into this area. Some people call it breaker block. I don't know whether or not this is breaker block, but I was looking forward for the market to tap into that zone and then push lower. So don't forget, I was also looking forward for the market to tap, come down, because I was looking for my area, which is down here, risk reward ratio of 1 to 3. Yes, 1 2 3. So that was what I was actually looking forward for. The market almost got into that zone before started pushing higher. All right, so this was exactly what I was looking forward to taking on Euro CHF. Unfortunately, what the market did was quite surprising. It came into that fair value gap right there and did not tap into my area and started pushing lower. Now, there are many people who could have gotten into this trade for many reasons, but I did not get into that trade, and I'm not pained that I did not get into that trade. I'm pained small, but not so much because I had all of my reasons for actually taking that trade. That trade could have easily done something like this, could have easily done something like this and stop me out. All right. And I don't know, the market is always what the market is. So you have to get to the point in your trading journey where you are not so consumed by what the market is doing. Just focus on what you are doing. If you are following the right process, if you are doing what is actually right, focus on the process and let your trades come to you and then learn how to manage your emotions along the line. Some people might have been able to take that trade, but once they saw this push upwards, they are losing it already. Once they saw this little push upwards, they are losing it already. So your ability to take a trade is just one out of the many factors that allows you become successful at the trading game. All right, so I think I'll end here for now. If you have not followed me yet, do well to follow me as I'm going to be sharing very amazing insights to you. And check out my previous videos if you have not seen any yet. I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care of yourself and